Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Deborah's Blue Tarot. It is Sunday morning at 10:59. I would have been on here earlier, but I got busy with something else. So I'm doing it now. This is my morning reading with my Morgan Greer. You need to see the box. You know the box is practically chewed up. This is also for entertainment purposes only, and yes, I do mean that. Right? I have a list of things I want to talk about. Okay, so today we're going to start with a regular reading. I've got my Morgan Greer right here, as you can see. And I have a bunch of questions. And I have some of these are questions, but some of these are requests for the pendulum read, the channeling. And I'm excited to do that today because one of the people on my list, I'm not going to read on him in the conventional way. I want to channel him. I want to talk to him. General Norman Schwarzkopf. That will be during my channeling session. It was a suggestion made by one of my subscribers, and it's so... Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's with me. I feel it on my back. That's where I get it. It was such a great suggestion, and I've been marinating in this, and I'm so excited to read on him. I'm a little scared because he's a tough man, because he's a general. And I know he's crossed over, and maybe things have changed a little bit in terms of his generalness. That's not really what I meant, but you know what I mean. At any rate, he's one of the people that I will be channeling today. I will do him first, and then I have another person that I'm going to do. But for today's reading, I want to talk about Hegseth and this meeting that he's called of the top brass. I have not read on it. I may have asked the pendulum some questions, but I do want to read on that, and we're going to begin right now. I hope everyone's well, doing well. I loved my live last night. I hope you enjoyed it. For those of you who were there, I just love being on the lives. I do. I really love it. And not only that, but it's my chance to be with you guys in a different way than just comments, like live. I love it. At any rate, let's begin with the military meeting and Hegseth, the drunk. What is his intent, and what will the military do? We're going to do a full Celtic cross on this because it's important. And like I say, I have read on him with the pendulum, but I have not read on him, or on this topic, if you will, with a full deck, as they say, with my cards. I'm going to pull two out of there and set them right here. You can see them. And I'm going to set the deck right here. You can kind of see the end of it. So let's begin with the signifier and the card that crosses it. Oh. The signifier is the Four of Wands. This is a card typically being used as representing the House of White. This being the House of White, even though it's not white. In some other decks, it's white. And I also look at this card and I see the wands and I see information and movement coming in and out of this place, crossed by the Queen of Wands, right? And the Queen of Wands, I have to make sure I get it right in this deck. The Queen, just what I thought. She is a wonderful, honorable woman. Here's the sunflower, so she brings illumination with her. She's got one of the wands, and she is challenging, the challenge card, basically, of the House of White. What lies below? The Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving of charity and kindness. You see this gentleman with the scales of justice in balance, which is almost never. Even in the best of times, there's still a little push-pull. But he's giving them charity, help, etc. right from his hands. And you see their hands are out. That's a card of charity, the Six of Pentacles. What crowns the reading? Oh, poor little Pete Hegseth. He's got 10 swords in the back. That's exactly what's happening. He's going bye-bye. I don't mean unalive. That is not what I mean. In fact, it's the complete opposite. I don't see that at all. I see him just, goodbye, good luck. He's going to have, and the swords, by the way, are not just the obvious. They also represent surgery, technology, obviously the power that they yield in this case. And so, and also the legal component of the swords. You know, like the King of Swords is my Jack Smith card. He's got his sword, same thing. So this is legal stuff that he is going to face that is going to be the end of him. And I don't mean it in a literal sense. I mean it in a legal sense. But he's done. In the past, we had money, we had happiness, we had abundance as a nation. We were the military and defense were the envy of the world, as was our nation's economy, the envy of the world. We recovered from COVID because of Joe Biden and the actions he took. We were the envy of the world. Not anymore. This is the Page of Pentacles in the future. And this is a younger person, which makes complete sense, bringing in some much needed assistance. And for all I know, this could be someone who will be in an office or a senatorial or congressional office, but this is a younger person with more assets. And these assets are not just money. They're of the earth, they're intelligence, smart, etc. in the future. That's going that. Here we are now. This is where we are now. This is where we came from. The Wheel of Fortune. The Karma card. I have to take a drink from my Ruthie cup. That's my Ruthie cup. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. RBG. I'm a little upset with her, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The Wheel of Fortune is the Karma card. You see these two here on the top. They're just joyous and happy. This guy fell off. That was his karma. And this wheel is being turned, as I see it, by the Creator or spirit guides of someone. But karma is out for you, Petey. And by the way, I didn't mention, this is the Ten of Swords, and it's also a completion card. So, first card, karma. Karma. Oh. Okay, the Justice card. And now you saw me shuffle. You saw me lay these down. I didn't look at them at all. This is the Justice card, and he's going to be, and you see the sword? That's Justice too. Justice is on his tail. There will be some arguments and battles. This is the Five of Wands, or Rods if you prefer. I like wands. People are arguing, disagreeing in the House of White, where he should never have been. They're bickering. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And this card at the top of this is the Devil. Pete Hegseth, you are in trouble with a capital T that rhymes with P, and that stands for politics. Wow. This is such a huge surprise, a happy one for me, I'm sorry to say, but you put unqualified people in positions of power, and that's what you get. He is toast, and I do mean that. Now, you know I like to ask Spirit. Spirit, these cards below represent my pull on Pete Hegseth in the Department of Defense. This is not the Department of War, you stupid morons. Oh, I'm going to get dinged for that. At any rate, does this reading appropriately represent the energies surrounding the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and you know, all that is at that level? Spirit, I know you said yes, but I'd like to ask again. Does this spread properly represent Pete Hegseth and what's going on right now with people in the Department of Defense, the military, etc., etc.? I am not moving my hand, you guys. The energy from this is moving it. Yes. And you don't know this because you don't know, because you're not here, but this has weight to it, a lot of weight. Okay. Dab, dab. Spirit, will other members of the cabinet, not just the one that I read about today, will other members of the cabinet be following suit? In other words, does this Devil card, the Justice card, the Wheel of Fortune card, and this card, and all of them, does this properly represent the cabinet in general and what is about to go down? Yes. Oh, yeah. You know, someone said this to me in a message about me and this deck. You're not wrong. I vibe with this deck and my traditional one, which I do have here, because I like this deck. And I'm trying to share some basic knowledge about tarot with a lot of people. I will be having a class, an official class, but not till after the first of the year. And it'll be a virtual class, so anybody in any place can attend it, but there will be a charge for it. I don't know what it will be yet. It will not be a 3-digit charge, if you get my point. There won't be three, like $100. It's not going to be like that. But I have to charge for it. It's my time. Time away from other things. Would Linda do it for free? Would Libby? No. And why would you? But it won't be prohibitive. That's what I'm saying. I want you all to know that. I know my base. I know who you are. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's do some questions. I have to put these back. You know what that means. The OCD is here. Lisa, every time I see this bag, and I see this every single day, Lisa was the one who bought me, I think there's like 6 of them. They all have a different design, but they are soft like butter. Like the Moonology deck. And they are lined. Can you believe it? And this is substantial. Bless you, Lisa. Let's do some pendulum reading. Just questions and answers. Okay, let me put this here. That's for the other thing. These are all really for the board. Okay. This is exactly like the person who wrote it to me, and I don't even know how long it took me to figure out the second word. The question was, can you read on MTG and Bobo? And I'm like, MTG, yeah, I know that, of course. Who the heck is Bobo? And then all of a sudden I go, Lauren Boebert. Lauren Bobo. So, Spirit. I am interested to know about Marjorie Taylor Greene. First of all, will she win re-election? This is a yes or no. This is not a difficult thing. You have all the records, Spirit. I know this is hard to think of. Will MTG win re-election? Ooh, no. I kind of thought she would. I thought this was going to be a yes. Okay. Whatever you say, Spirit, I'm with you. I'm just your vessel. Use me as you choose me. And a Bobo, Lauren Boebert. Will Lauren Boebert win re-election in Colorado? That's even a stronger one than MTG. Okay, that's a no. I buy that 100% on Boebert. I'm just not sure about MTG. It kind of could go either way for me, keeping in mind her district, you know? Okay. I could read on this with cards, but I'm just going to ask a question. Spirit, will the military and the generals and the top brass and all of that Hegseth, who I just pulled cards on, was commanding to join him at Quantico, will they do what he is asking them to do? All the generals, all the admirals, will they do what he is asking them to do? That's a no. Clear and center. Spirit, is that no on the other question that I just asked? Is that because of the Constitution? Yes. You see, they swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States. Now it's getting bigger. So Spirit is agreeing. They did not swear an oath to the individual who sits in that chair. Is that correct, Spirit? Just give me a little twirl. Is it true that the military swore an oath to the Constitution and not the person in the chair? Yes. I knew that. You knew that. I still had to ask it. All right. Let's do an angel card. It's 20. I have so many different cards here today. Maybe we'll use something else. You want to do, let's do the chakra card. This is an oracle deck as well. And I do like this deck. Okay. So these are, they're just pretty. This is created by Tori Hartman. Tori Hartman. Hartman. And the illustrations are by Gretchen Reich Baskin. They're beautiful. And they were not expensive. In case anybody is thinking of ordering them. Okay. Workaholic. Any of these out there? I see paintings. I know somebody who paints. Actually, I know two people who paint. Workaholic. This is more like it. Faith. Have faith, people. Rejection. Impatience. Sorry, but we have been patient long enough. One more card. Perfection. Let me just mix these up. I never was OCD, officially, but I think I am now. Of course, that would be, as my sister Linda would call it, Dr. Deborah making a diagnosis. Do I care? No. Am I going to go and get, no, because I don't care. Perfectly fine. One angel card. I feel like this is a morning ritual now. All right. Let me just... This is for entertainment purposes only. YouTube. Anything I say, anything I do is on me. I'm not looking. I'm just picking. Okay. 555. Change. Change happens outside your comfort zone. The time for change is now. The angels are whispering for you to trust your path, to learn how to walk it, and to take the next step. Allow change to lift you up and guide you forward. Nice. The affirmation is, I release all that no longer serves me, and I am guided to move outside of my comfort zone and let change in. So, we got some hopey, changey stuff coming. That was my homage to Sarah Palin, who can see Putin from her porch. I don't know what she's seeing because he's unalive, but whatever. I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to make breakfast, and then I will be back for my midday, and I will be back for my evening in the evening. There it is. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning, everybody, wherever you are. Stay in the light. We don't fear anything. We embrace the change. We embrace the light. Stay in the light with me. Peace out.